Hey kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying something new. Instead of saying hey guys, I'm going to say hey kings and queens. Tell me how you feel about that down below, or not, since you guys never comment on my videos. But I'm going to show you guys how I slick down my hair. Obviously, it's not slicked down right now. It was. I'm just going to show you how I refresh it because I am running out of my products. But these same steps work on like freshly washed hair. So if this is your first time doing it and you're not refreshing it like I am, what you're going to want to do is start off with freshly washed and conditioned hair, or whatever you do to it. You don't really need a leave-in since you're going to be using a lot of gels. And I start off with this. This is the Shea Butter Miracle something silky edges or whatever. And here's what it looks like inside. It's basically just like one of those edge controls that doesn't work and turns to oil in like 2 minutes. Excuse me if I look to the side because that's where my mirror is so I can see what I'm doing. But this is basically one of those edge controls that turn into oil after 2 minutes and they don't hold your hair down. And I'm going to tell you why that plays a good role in a minute. And Eco Styler Gel, I'm using Crystal and I have this big giant one because we use a lot in this house. So I'm just going to get started. So when you're slicking down your hair at first, the first day, like freshly washed, what you want to do is make sure your hair is almost dry, like as close to dry as you can get it, but still damp, if that makes any sense. So percentage wise, probably 90 to 95% dry. And you're going to start off with your silky edges, and you're going to take huge globs, and you're going to get that all over the section. This is like my stubborn side, so it's a little hard to slick it down. But as you can see, I'm not using any brushes. And it's smoothing my hair down really well, because that's what edge controls that don't work do. I recommend getting a big tub of the edge control because you're going to need a whole lot. And if you use like a regular tub of edge control, it probably just won't be enough. So I'm just smoothing down my hair, and I take a comb like this. Make sure your hair is detangled, obviously. And I take a comb like that just to make sure that the product goes all the way through my hair. So you just comb it, slick it down, obviously. And you want to work quickly because this is one of those edge controls that doesn't work. So you're going to want to make sure that you slick down all of your hair before it starts coming up. The good thing about this method is that you're not using too much Eco Gel, so the hold is not going to be tight and crunchy. You're going to have like a nice soft, not soft hold. It's going to be enough hold that it holds your hair down all day, but it's not going to feel crunchy and tight like your hair is about to crack. And you want to really make sure you're using that comb. If you have a brush, that works too. I don't have a brush right now. And you want to follow your brush with your hand just to make sure that everything is smooth. And you want to use as little product on the top of your head as you can, because it gets a little hard to use a scarf on that part of your hair. So use as little product as you can so your hair at the top can actually dry. But that's a problem that I have a lot. The hair at the top for me doesn't dry, but the hair on the top of my head is the loosest curl pattern, so it's the easiest to slick down. For most people that's not the case. Usually the top is the coarsest pattern, so just do what works for you. If you have to add more product or whatever, just do what works. Alright, so I'm done just roughly smoothing down my hair. Here's how it looks. I don't really care about how the back looks. It's not a big deal to me. So now you're going to go in with your Eco Styler Gel. And you're going to use a little bit at a time. I'm using very little at a time, because you don't want your hair to be too wet. Because the more wet your hair is, the more it's going to curl up. And the more it's just going to pop up and it's going to be really annoying. And then your head scarf is going to get wet and it's not going to slick down your hair. Especially if you don't feel like sitting under a dryer. It's It's gonna be ridiculous. Be sure that you get your edges on the back of your head, because you don't want to have the front slick and the back looks fuzzy. So get the edges all around your whole head. And if your hair is a little long, you can create like a little ducktail in the back. That looks really cute, trust me. So I'm making sure not to get too much product at the top, because that won't slick down. Sometimes I like to add a little spritz before I apply the edge wrap, the head wrap, head tie, whatever. So normally on the first day that I do this, I will use a cotton head wrap, because the cotton helps to absorb all the excess moisture and product and dries the hair a lot faster. But because this is the second day and my hair was already kind of like pre-slicked, I'm just going to use this 100% silk. And make sure that you tie it down really firm and you get the edges. And you also want to be very careful when you're taking off the edge wrap. And make sure you get the back of your head and pull it tight as you can handle. Oh, look at my makeup. Make sure you really get the back, and then just tie it and leave it. And I will come and show you guys the final result tomorrow when it's dry, hopefully, if I feel like it. Or I'll just insert pictures. Hey guys, as promised, I'm here with the results of like how my hair set overnight, and my scarf does lift off at night, like it comes off at night. So I do have like fuzzy bits. I'm just gonna show you guys how I fix those fuzzy bits. But for the most part, everything is great. So I'm gonna use this edge control, and I'm just gonna put edge control on my edges that are lifting up. I'm a little heavy-handed with the edge control because I wear this style for like a long time. And this style usually lasts until I wash it, if I do refresh it. Like sometimes I do need to refresh it, like if I work out or I don't know, like I showered without a shower cap or something. So yeah, this is the final result of how I slick down my hair, and you can see it's nice and wavy and pretty, I guess. I don't know how the back looks. I'm sure the back is pretty fluffy because it gets really hard to tie down the back. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.